If you're suffering from sciatica but you still want a way to strengthen your glutes, then today's video is going to be perfect for you. If you don't know who I am, my name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties and Sciatica Specialist Physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today I'm going to be giving you 5 of my safest glute exercises for people with sciatica. Now, the exercises I'm going to give you today are safe for most people with sciatica. And before we dive in, sciatica is basically a word we use to describe a symptom that means nerve pain in the leg. So sciatica is not a condition in and of itself. It can be caused by several different conditions such as bulging discs, herniated discs, spinal stenosis, arthritis of the spine, or piriformis syndrome. So what we're going to do is basically provide exercises that I think are safe for most people with the majority of these conditions. Now, as with any of the exercises I share on my channel, these are not going to be suitable for everyone, so make sure you get checked out by your doctor or physio before you try them. That being said, let's have a look at the exercises and hopefully they can start to help you improve your glutes today. So the first safe glute exercise for people with sciatica is the clam. And the clam is a great glute exercise to get people started when they've got this condition. Basically, it involves lying on your side, and the side you're going to work is the one at the top. You can have a pillow just to keep your head comfy. And what I like to tell people to do, first of all, is to take that top hand and just place it on the bed or on the mat that they're lying on. And then once you've done that, you want to roll your body forward into the hand. Okay, so your hips should be tipped a little bit further forward than feels natural. So now you've got this position, you're going to try and keep everything in your body still. You're going to try and keep your feet together, your heels together, and you're just going to lift that top knee. And you just lift it as high as you feel you can without your hips rolling back. Now you might want to adjust a couple of times just to get your body even further forward. So you lift up, hold, and down. And if you're doing this exercise correctly, you should feel that you're getting this area around the back of the hip here working nicely. And this is a lovely exercise for most people with sciatica. You will also feel the other side working because you have to push that hip down to stabilize. And you're just going to basically lift up and down a few times up to the point of fatigue where it starts to get tired. So that's the first safe glute exercise for people with sciatica. The second safe glute exercise for people with this condition is basically a progression of the clam. And what I tell people to do for this is to take their bottom leg, they straighten the bottom leg out, and they hook the foot of the top leg behind the knee. And once they've done that, again, they assume this same position with the hand on the top, and then you're just going to repeat that clam movement. And for me, this is harder than the original clam, and it's because your knee is dropping a bit further down. So again, we're keeping the body forward, we're keeping everything still, and just lifting the top knee. And we're going to keep going until we get some fatigue of the glutes at the top there. Now, for people who can't do the clam or they find the clam painful, there is actually an easier alternative to strengthen the glutes, which I often give to people in the early stages of sciatica when everything seems to be painful. So for this exercise to work, you need a resistance band. You can find these on Amazon, and you want a tough one. You want one that's pretty hard. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the band around both knees whilst you're lying on your back, and you want the band to settle just above the knees on both sides, so they're wrapped around the thighs. You're going to be in this position with your hips and your knees bent. You're going to take your feet apart very slightly, and then all you're going to do, keeping your tummy switched on and your back flat against the bed, is you're just going to push your knees out into the band and hold, and then relax in. And then you're going to repeat. So push out into the band, hold, and relax. And what this does is it activates the gluteal muscles here. It switches them on. You'll feel them working, but it doesn't tend to aggravate sciatica. It can be a really safe exercise for people with this problem, but it's a great way to get started with strengthening the glutes. Now, if you want something a little bit more advanced, the next one is we combine this with something called the bridge. So the next thing I'd have you do is you keep your band around your knees. You're going to first of all start off hands next to you. You're going to activate your glutes by pushing against the band. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push through your heels, lift your pelvis up in the air, and then you might want to even push out again at the top. And I can feel a really nice contraction of my glutes there, and then return by relaxing the knees inwards and dropping the pelvis down. So to show you again, this is a bridge with a band. You push out, you push through your heels, you activate the glutes as they come up, and then you push out again at the top, nice squeeze, and then down. So the cues for this would be out, up, out, down. And that gives you a really nice workout of your glutes. And with the other exercises, you're going to do this to the point where they feel fatigued, but not to the point of pain. Then the next safe glute exercise for people with sciatica is the high step up. And this is one of my favorite glute exercises. It's been shown in the research to really activate the glute, and it tends to be safe for people with disc bulges or other things that can cause sciatica, such as arthritis. It's also great for overall leg strength. So for this, what you need is a high step. You could use a box at the gym, you could use the second step in your staircase, or you could use a sturdy chair like I'm going to use now. What you're going to do is you're going to start off facing whatever it is that you're going to step up onto. You can use your hands if your balance isn't great. And you're going to put the leg that you're going to work up on to the step like this. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to bring your body weight forward and you're going to drive up by pushing your heel down into the step and then slowly lower yourself back down. You can keep the foot on the step, drive up, contract the glutes at the top, and then slowly lower yourself back down. You can see that the hardest part to control here is this slow return, but as you practice, it's going to get better and better and better. Now, for people who want a bit more of a workout on their glutes, what you can do is you can add some small dumbbells into your hands, just providing that your balance is good enough to allow you to do that. But hopefully that will give you a good workout of your glutes so they can remain strong even when you're suffering with sciatica. So those are 5 safe glute exercises for people who are suffering with sciatica. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and then share it with a friend or a family member who might benefit as well. And if you want to get more from me personally, feel free to pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50 and you can find it on Amazon using the link below this video. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you on the next one.